Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is L'Essential. I am very happy to be back, and I feel like this video is very long overdue, and obviously by knowing by the title you guys know why. So I do apologize for pretty much coming here very late in regards to it, because I know this is a very important topic. So we're going to talk about first the two most important things from the last video that I said I was going to update on with you guys is my PT and OT, which is physical therapy and occupational therapy. And for those of you who don't know, I've been going to physical and occupational therapy for a lot of my body chronic pain that I've been having. So I'm going to talk about some of the symptoms first before I go into that. So I've been having a lot of knee and foot stiffness, like my toes. My knees were very stiff to the point where I was walking and I was feeling like they were going to crack at any minute, or I just wanted to crack them. So it was very uncomfortable. Number two, I was having very extreme lower back pain. Like if somebody would have kicked you in your back like 3 times, that was the type of pain I was feeling. It was so terrible, and I don't think I wish that pain on anybody. That's how terrible it was. And honestly, till this day, I'm just so grateful I don't have it anymore. And I'm like so thankful, because like I wanted to cry every single time I got up and down from anything I was doing, and it was very bad. And that was also a reason why I was going to physical therapy. Now, occupational therapy is for basically the upper limbs up. So a lot of the problems that I was having that I had to go to occupational therapy was my hands. So I was getting a lot of numbness and tingling in my hands, but unfortunately the confusion is with my condition involving numbness and tingling and me getting it all the time or having like pain. We were trying to figure out what the problem was, because it could have been carpal tunnel or it could just be my condition. So we ended up figuring out that I do have underlying carpal tunnel in both hands. One is worse than the other. So how we knew is that I kept getting pain between these 2 fingers to the wrist and in the thumb area. And that's usually where carpal tunnel pretty much starts. Now, it's not really something that, hey, how do you get carpal tunnel? It's usually through a lot of muscle use with the hands. And the thing is that I've been working for years in the medical field, so I always use my hands. So that kind of put 2 and 2 together, that would make sense as to why I'm feeling this pain. So it's to no surprise, but that is the reason why I was going to occupational therapy. Now, in regards to the pros and cons of it, I would have to say my biggest con was that I had to physically go and get therapy done multiple times a week. And it was frustrating, yes, because it's all the way in the city, and I don't live in the city. I actually have to take transport to the city. So it was a lot of work to get up every day and travel 30 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on the traffic, and get to therapy and then come back home, because therapy is usually 30-minute sessions. So to travel like 2 hours back and forth, or an hour and a half round trip for a 30-minute session is frustrating. And I have to feel like that was one of my biggest problems. Now, the good things is that I learned a lot going to physical and occupational therapy. I learned a lot of exercises that kind of helped me alleviate the muscle pain I was having. So even though I feel like there were some parts where it didn't help and some parts where it did, I did learn the exercises, and I do have printouts that my physical therapist printed out. So that way, when I know I feel the stiffness again, the tingling again, and the lower back pain again, I know which exercises I already did in therapy that are going to kind of help me loosen that muscle, which I have been doing anyway. I've been stretching every day because that's something that I just have to do. I'm just now starting to get into aerobic workouts, which is pumping my heart, lifting weights, or doing cardio. Finally now, apart from so many months that I haven't been doing it because of lack of motivation, chronic pain, and stuff like that. So honestly, there's nothing I can really do, but that's basically why I was visiting the therapists. And pretty much my sessions are done. So I'm very thankful for it, and I'm thankful for them making everything completely comfortable for me. But that's something that I wanted to share as an update in regards to my condition, and also the physical and occupational therapy. So guys, now that we got that out of the way, I did want to talk about a few symptoms, well actually two main symptoms, that kind of been a huge part of a lot of the past few weeks that I've been going through. So one, of course, is the chronic pain. I always speak about chronic pain here. It's such an important topic just because a lot of chronic pain is invisible. And invisible means is that if you look at me, you cannot tell I'm in pain, unless if it's really, really bad and you'll see discomfort in my face. Otherwise, you will never see me in pain. You'll see me there and I'm here laughing like, but inside, I'm in fucking pain. So, excuse my language, but I'm in pain. So it's like, I feel like, one, taking consideration into people who do go through that is very important. When someone tells you you're in pain, believe them. Most of the time, they're in pain, especially people with multiple sclerosis. We have a lot of pain, and it just comes out of the blue. We'll wake up one day and we're in pain. We'll get it throughout the day and we're in pain. You never know. It's very unpredictable. And no, we don't have to be in a relapse to have pain. I don't believe that, with MS, you do have relapses where you have various symptoms and then you get a new symptom. But I don't always have that. I feel like I generally always have an issue going on. My relapses is if I find something new. Like if something I never had, or a pain I never had, or a feeling of a body part I never felt before, that will be my relapse. But as of right now, every single symptom I've been feeling for months, and it's normal, and it's just my regimen body going through it. So the second thing is fatigue. Still don't know how to cure it yet for me, guys. So that's the sad part. I don't know how to control my fatigue as of yet. Of course, sleep. But of course, insomnia plays into that as well. So the reason why, a huge part of my fatigue is my insomnia. Can't help it at this moment. I have tried many things, and I did mention it to you guys that I've tried many things. But unfortunately, I'm still working on, I guess, a regimen to get me there. So I can't say much about it, but I do still suffer from fatigue and insomnia, and I'm still working around it as much as I can. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely comment down below. I can pretty much use any advice that anybody can give at this point in regards to insomnia and fatigue. So that's the main thing. Now, I did wanted to speak about one important thing as well. So for those of you who do have MS or any chronic condition, but it's raining outside really bad, but sorry if you guys hear it. But for any of you who have been going through MS and whatever stage you're in, I feel that it is important for us to always continue to learn, especially with this condition. There are always new things to learn, new things to kind of see what works for you. And I'm always looking at that stuff. I've been looking at stuff like that since I was first diagnosed. So it's just something I always find interesting. So one of the things that I mean about that is getting involved with the MS community. I have been very involved with the MS community. I'm always searching up stuff. I've applied for volunteers. I've done cognitive tests online, and I'm always trying to stay active with it because I'm always wanting to learn. There's always things to learn, and I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of things I still don't know yet about my condition. So considering this is lifetime, it is very important to always keep yourself updated with new medicine and new ways to kind of treat your daily life a little bit better, right? We can always use that. So one important thing I've been trying to kind of get into is research studies, which I feel is very important, at least to me, because it does not only help you learn, but it helps doctors learn, it helps nurses learn, it helps scientists learn, genetics, biologics, it helps all that stuff. And for it to help them, helps our future community to kind of develop something that's going to help for us, whether it's us or whether it's future people who are diagnosed with MS. The point is that it's learning and it's helping. So I became a part of a recent research study that's very big for me, at least. And the research study pretty much consists of cognitive testing and cognitive behavior. So with cognitive therapy, it's mostly brain activity therapy that kind of helps you kind of identify how fast or slow your focus is, how you concentrate when playing like little tests and stuff like that. So it's not FDA approved yet, but they are working on getting this type of therapy approved, because there are proven tests and evidence that cognitive therapy plays a small part in kind of helping people with MS live their daily lives. I guess make it more comfortable. So I said, okay. I was like, I'll go on it, I'll be a part of it, because it's something that I want to do, and if it helps me, then we can branch it out there and make sure it helps other people. So I went a couple of days ago, and it was a 6-hour long session. So it was very long, very tiring, very extensive. And I was able to do an MRI that day. I had to get medical clearance, of course, so I had to go through a lot of testing. And after that, I was able to get my MRI with my brain stimulator inside the machine. And I was able to do that for about an hour. And then after that, I was able to do a couple of more testing with the brain stimulator. So the brain stimulator is pretty much like a headband with 2 like electrolytes here. And pretty much what it does is you put it on your head, and it sends electrical currents from one side of your brain to another. So that's basically what it does. So they kind of wanted to see how my brain would react in the machine, of course, looking at it with that stimulation. Now, I am doing this stimulation at home. I've been doing it for about 2 weeks. I think have 2 weeks left, or 2 weeks and a half left. So that will be another video. I won't go into it, or I won't go into the setup or show you. I will be doing a dedicated video on how I do my session as much as I can. But I do my sessions at home. For those of you who did ask, how do I do it? Where do I do it? I do it at home. I do it 4 times a week, 20-minute sessions a day. So that's pretty much the stage I'm in. I don't do it no more, no less. So that's what I do at the moment. They did give me my equipment to go home, so I do have that with me. It's not much. It's like a laptop, the brain stimulator, the chargers, the saline electro pads. So it's pretty simple, but of course I will show you guys that in the other video. But like I said, it is a very important study to me, because I feel that I am able to kind of find new things and new type of therapies to kind of help me deal with so much. And it does mainly target fatigue. I mean, the study mainly targets fatigue, so that's kind of why it interested me as well, because it's been my #1 symptom for so long. For over a year, it's been a very ongoing symptom, and I still can't, wrap my finger around what to do with it. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to partake in something like this, and I'm super grateful for it. They've made it so comfortable for me to do everything and do the tests, and they're really nice people, and I just feel that I'm hoping inside of me that I can get something out of this, although it's not guaranteed, but it is a learning process, and it's trial and error. So I feel like many of you who do have MS, make sure you participate and you learn. You don't have to participate physically if you cannot, but if you can, definitely do it, because it's going to help you. And if it doesn't help you, it's going to help them, and it's going to help other people who do have MS as well. So that is one important thing I wanted to share with you guys. So guys, that's pretty much my update. Honestly, I feel like, a lot of people had a lot of questions as to whether I was okay. I do try and post on social media a lot, so I kind of try and be active there. So if you do want to know on a daily basis on how I'm doing, just follow my Instagram or my Snapchat, where I am mostly active. If you do have any questions, or if you just want to know how I'm doing, or you just want to tell me how you're doing, then hit me up in those 2 places. But otherwise, guys, that is literally my entire update. I am so thankful that you guys have asked me how I'm doing. I always get people that hit me up that have MS, and They discovered me, of course, from here, YouTube, and they reach out to me, and I'm so thankful for that, and I can't thank them enough. They are such wonderful people, and I always love learning new things from people. I've always said that it's very important to me, so I'm just very happy that you guys reach out to me as much as you can, and just share it out there so that way more people can reach out to me, because that's what we want. We want that community. But I love you guys so much for reaching out to me, because it means a lot to me, like very much. But besides that, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have gone to the end already in this moment right here, definitely give this video a thumbs up so that way it helps me, and definitely subscribe to this channel if you like what you see, or if you like all the comments and the reviews and the unboxings that I do, besides talk about this condition. But without further ado, guys, I'll see you in my next video.